Carolyn Alexander, Region 14, Hazard High School, 1998. Carolyn Alexander's career accomplishments place her among historic Hazard High School basketball stars. She led the Bulldogs to 3 consecutive regional championships, a 1997 Sweet 16 crown, and back-to-back All-A tournament titles in 1997 and 98. Carolyn earned All-State first-team honors in both her junior and senior years, and was named AP Player of the Year in 1998. She displayed her all-around skill set with career statistics that include 3,726 points, 1,100 rebounds, and 500 assists. She was a great team player whose leadership made her a complete performer. Currently, Carolyn works as a high school special education teacher.
Basketball was always something that we did on the playgrounds, at school, in the neighborhood with the kids growing up. My dad, he was a basketball star at Hazard High. As I was growing up, I did get to see him play in the local leagues. We called it the Dust Bowl there in Hazard. He was something to see on the court, so that was definitely my first kind of inspiration. My parents were at every single game. That was incredibly impactful for me to just know that they were going to be there. I had 2 younger sisters who used to come in their little Hazard High sweatsuits with my number on the back. The high school community have always been fantastic, and when we started getting really good and going to tournaments and the state tournament, Hazard shut down. I mean, there was no school, there was no work. That's what I love about being from such a small town. It feels like family when we won a state championship. I knew we were going to win. Like, I just felt it with every part of my being. There was no denying us. After we did win, the whole town would celebrate. We would have fire trucks, and there'd be a parade, and then there'd be a pep rally after. All this celebration and camaraderie amongst everyone in the town and the community. Those were some of the best moments of my life, to be quite honest. The relationship that I had with my coaches and teammates was very special. Starting with my teammates, I mean, we had grown up together. And so we had all been playing together from a very young age. Coach Fannin, he's one of my favorite people in life. You know, him and Frida, Coach Cosmini, Candy, they had been in my life for forever. Coach Fannin, he's always been like the most kindest, giving, warm-hearted person that I have ever met in my life, and I am so thankful for him and his family and everything they've done for me. One of the most important traits that I have learned from playing basketball at Hazard High School is it takes a village. It takes everybody coming together. I mean, I definitely want to shout out my parents, because from my mom's perspective, it was like, you don't quit anything. You finish what you start. And then my dad, of course, with just competitiveness and being smart about the game, and they both highly prioritized me and educated. There's nothing like knowing that someone has your back, and that is the feeling that I always grew up with. We're better together, that would be something else. We are absolutely better together. My hope is that we get back to that kind of attitude and that kind of togetherness that I felt like we had when I was actually growing up. Persistence, and that's something that first and foremost came from my parents. And then lastly, I would say the power of faith. I love God. I appreciate being raised in the church. With Him, everything is possible. The power of believing in your goals, believing in your dreams, and going after that, trusting that God has your back, family has your back, community has your back, and when you have that, what can't you do?